Okay, so we have somewhat of a laid back video because I want to talk about a few budget knives that I really like, because right now, CIVIVI, I think we, CIVIVI and Sencut, have a sale going on right now from November 8th till the 18th. So up until the 18th, you can get up to 25% off. Now, I already do have a 15% off on all CIVIVIs on the CIVIVI site. Now, here's the thing. The CIVIVIs on the CIVIVI site are upcharged, okay? So it's basically just the same price as what you would get from the Blade HQ link. So I'm gonna just put them both down there because they do have, basically they are matching prices basically as far as the sale goes. And I'm gonna talk about the knives that I think are the best ones. Now, thing is, if you spend over $29, you get a knife roll. So if you buy anything, which pretty much is, that's pretty much any purchase, you're gonna get a knife roll. It has 5 different spots on each side, so it's 10 spots altogether that it will hold. Check this out. I got a little excited when I got my package, and you know, when I was opening the box, my blade went through and cut right through one of my knife rolls. It happens. Anyways, so a couple of my favorites that are on there. One is the CIVIVI Elementum button lock. So, you know, it's on sale. Now, this exact one you're not going to be able to get, but you can get titanium scales if you already have one or if you buy a CIVIVI Elementum. Now, this one has a flat grind. This was an exclusive, so don't even consider this one. My favorite one isn't even this one. My favorite one is the hollow grind. It is the budget one. It is the one with my Carta scales. Not that I don't love the titanium, because I absolutely do. I'm thinking about taking these scales and putting them on one of my other ones, because I love the deep hollow ground blade of the more affordable version. This one does have 20 CV and it has this little fuller, which is cool, but it doesn't matter. You could still do that without the fuller. So somewhat of a gravity knife, but it doesn't count as a gravity knife because it does have the button that you push, which is cool, but it actually is a gravity knife. Anyways, I love everything about the Elementum button lock. You know, there isn't nothing I dislike about it. I literally like every single detail. I think they literally went through every single detail and to me did it perfectly. You know, just so this is a knife I highly recommend. I love this knife, you know, especially like I said, the micarta one, and you can get contoured titanium scales for that. Anyways, you can even get a titanium milled pocket clip if you want. This one's titanium, but it's not a milled clip. It's a, you know, spring clip. But anyways, that is one knife that is on sale that I really like. Now, another one is one of my favorite CIVIVIs of the year, and for some reason I can't find it right now, and I just didn't want to take the time to look for it, but it's the Sev Cubit. You guys have seen it in, I don't even know, probably a dozen videos already because I talk about it all the time. It's one of my favorite lightweight knives of the year. It's my favorite gym knife. I bet it's in my gym bag. That's probably where it's at. Anyways, the Sev Cubit. What a badass knife. The most insane geometry. The blade is so thin and it gets so thin behind the edge, it is a mega slicer. Then it's got a solid aluminum handle with a button lock action, so it's very fidgety, rock solid lockup, and you know, it's so lightweight for the size knife it is. Phenomenal knife, phenomenal knife. Now, I think it's down like, I don't know, I think you're gonna save like $6, $7, something like that. So you're not saving that much, you know, but you do get the free knife roll. So those are probably my 2 favorite knives that are on sale. Now, there's some other ones that are on sale on there, like the regular Elementums, they're on sale. I don't think the Wharncliffe one is, but don't quote me, just definitely just double check. I do like the Wharncliffe Elementum though. I think that this is a fantastic knife because it does have that deep hollow ground Wharncliffe blade, and it has multiple forms of deployment, which, you know, I obviously enjoy quite a bit. Yeah, this is a good one. I think that this is one of the best gift knives and possibly like one of the best starter EDCs. And what I mean by starter is that if you're just looking to spend 50, 60 bucks, you know, on a pocket knife, and you want to get the best bang for your buck, and you want to just be simple, useful, and good looking, the CIVIVI Elementum comes in every flavor you could imagine. We've already seen the bigger size one, right? You know, they even have minis, they have titanium frame lock Wii versions. Literally every single version you could imagine they have. And I'm not sure, but the Wii titanium version might be on sale. I'm not positive. Now, another one I really like is the Sentinel Strike. Now, the Sentinel Strike is not on sale, but damn it, is it a good one. I freaking love this thing. A solid aluminum handles with this integral FRN back strap, and I don't even mind that it's FRN because the rest is aluminum. It does have K110 steel, but it's very slicey, very fidgety. The detent on their button lock action, they have perfected the action with button locks, very ergonomic, and yeah, it's just, I think it looks good. I think it's a good looking knife. And then when you get it and you're using it in practice, it is a extremely useful knife. Next is another one of my favorites from CIVIVI right now is their Vision FG. Now, I actually do have some scales that these are from Etsy, so you can look them up on Etsy. I haven't switched it yet. I don't know if I'm gonna, you know, I don't know how I feel about Ultim scales. I like Ultim scales, don't get me wrong. They are a lot nicer than you would think in person, but you know, I do tend to, you know, they do look a little plasticky to me, and I don't like that. So I don't know, you know, I do like them on some things, especially if it's all black. So I do think that this would be the best platform to put it on, with the black hardware, black blade, black clip, black everything, black lock. So it might actually look pretty cool, but anyways, I haven't switched it yet. But the Vision FG, this thing is so dope. It's got a super strong lock. It's called the Super Lock. Very functional blade shape in nitro V steel. Good geometry, great ergonomics. I do wish the clip was centered instead of on the spine, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It is pretty fidgety, and it's crazy that this is better than the Wii version. You would think the premium version would be the better version, but this one came second. So the premium version came first, and then the adjustments were made on the budget version to make it even better. So I would highly recommend this one way over the premium one, which is crazy to say, you know, but they did little details on this one that the other one missed. But what a good knife. Now, we had the CIVIVI Praxis out. I think there's some of these for sale too. This is one of the best budget knives you can get as far as a work knife goes. Now, here's the thing. I would recommend getting the Backlash though. You can get the Backlash even cheaper right now. I think it's like 30 bucks, 29, 30 bucks, something like that. And the Backlash is just as useful as this, except for it has a nice deep hollow grind. So in a lot of ways, it's probably better. The action, the ergonomics, all of that is really good. It's a gorgeous knife. And it's, again, it's one of the best work knives you can buy. This is going to be a little bit tougher. You know, the Backlash, you know, is a hollow grind. This one's a flat grind, but this is a beautiful grind. This one's really slicey. So if this one looks better to you, I can recommend them both. I would say it's very difficult if you put them neck to neck and said battle it out. It'd be hard to say who would win. This one has 9CR 18 MOV. You can see it has the Ultim scales, and you know, it's a flipping action. That's all it is. So it is pretty simple in its design, but that's also what makes it extremely useful. And it comes in all different colors. You don't have to get the Ultim scales. Now, one of their new models is right here, is the Tranquil. Yeah, the Tranquil. So the Tranquil, this is a big knife, very slicey. And if you look, you know, it's going to have similar performance as far as blade shape to the Praxis. However, it's gonna have a little bit pokier of a tip, so the tip's not gonna be as tough as this one, because this one, you know, the tip strength goes out to the tip a little bit better, or a little bit more. So this one's gonna be more precision, a little bit less toughness at the tip, but just as slicey, if not even more slicey. It's got a large, very comfortable handle, good access to the lock bar, multiple forms of deployment, fantastic detent. I love the thumb studs they put on here, nice large thumb studs. So this is, if you like the CIVIVI Praxis, the CIVIVI Backlash, you will probably love this. It's a little bit bigger. Not by much though, barely, tiny bit bigger. But it definitely, you know, it's a nice large knife that is extremely useful. The blade steel is, I think it's Nitro V. No, it's 14C28N. 14C28N, basically the same thing. They're not the same steel, but they hold a lot of the same qualities. G10 scales, it is a flat grind, really good geometry though. Deep carry clip that is reversible, TA hardware all the way around. Yeah, you really can't go wrong with any CIVIVI, let me be clear. Now, the last one we're gonna check out really quick is the Am I Right? What a name. The CIVIVI Am I Right? So, cool name, am I right? You should have seen all the comments I got in the video. You know, so many people had jokes. Anyways, the Am I Right is, I think, another very good model as far as EDC work and just having a functional blade because it has a straight edge. So this straight edge allows you to get longer distance cuts because it doesn't have belly. For an example, like this one has a belly. So you'll get so much cut. Now this one doesn't have a dramatic belly, so it'll hold on to the cut, you know, quite a bit, but it could slip out because there is belly there. This traps it until it gets out to the tip and then it'll pop out. So that does help with a lot of different things. And then also the tip is so low, centered to the pivot, so you have maximum leverage down into that tip for precision utility cuts. And the geometry of this full flat grind is insane. This thing is a mega slicer. Then you mix it with these ergonomics. You could use this thing all day comfortably. It is such a comfortable knife. It has multiple forms of deployment with the button lock action. You got thumb studs that are easy to use. They have nice big thumb studs that have good traction, nice well-jimped flipper tab, good sharpening tool and plunge grind. They gave you plenty of life to sharpen off. And yeah, you got a finger choil you can choke up, reversible deep carry clip, T8 hardware all the way around. And I think it's Nitro V. Yeah, this one's Nitro V. Again, you know, that's a phenomenal steel. Very tough, very stainless, holds a good edge, very easy to sharpen, and takes an incredibly, incredibly sharp edge. So there you guys go. Just a quick look at some really cool CIVIVI knives that I love. I tried to go through some of the ones that are on sale. There is a lot more on sale. Check out the site, check out the links, because, you know, it is the time, you know, when the knives are on sale, it is a good time to get them, especially if there's a CIVIVI that's on sale now because it's been out for a little while that you never got to try before or you know, never got a chance to have for whatever reason. You know, it's a good time to get it when they are on sale because these knives, they almost just dominate as far as the best budget knives. There's a couple companies that are right there with it, but none of them are as good as far as for the price range from Sencut and CIVIVI, as far as the fit, the finish, the quality, the tolerances, you know, everything, the steels, all of that. You know, they do a really good job all the way around, and for the money, you know, comparable to other companies will sell you less quality for more money. So they are my #1 recommended knives, especially if we're talking about, you know, in the budget category. There's a lot of knives I recommend in the budget category, and some companies have some bangers, but it's almost like Knife Co. can't miss. Or sorry, CIVIVI Knife Co. and Sencut can't miss. Everything they have is good. So anything you like that's your style, get it. It's pretty much guaranteed to be great. And if you do have some issues, you can always return it, but you'll probably be good. I very, very rarely get lemons from them. So work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.